As again, പിന്നെയും KCB പണിയെന്നു guys. എന്താ പറയുന്നത്? എന്നാൽ ശരിയല്ല ദിവസമല്ല. But still I don't want to do this on Sunday. 60 seconds Sunday ആക്കണം എനിക്കിത്. So that എല്ലാ സൺഡേയിലും നമ്മളൊരു മാച്ച് ഓഫ് 60 seconds കളിക്കും ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ. Let's go. നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. അവനെ വിട്ടു പറഞ്ഞ് ഡേ 11 ആയി. നമ്മള് വിട്ടു ചാറ്റുള്ള നോക്കട്ടെ സൈഡിൽ. Let's go. Okay, dollars not okay. Patient supplies. Hungry. Moonji. Hungry ni wapala. Suspicious someone will peeked out and the no address and name should be open it. And they didn't get yellow. Suitcase nothing. All other poor than the baby. You made it in a school. It was an innocent looking bottle of water, so we sipped it and okay, Dolores has been eaten. Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. Mary Jane caught something nasty. Jimmy pours apple juice right, but she needs some water. Thirsty അല്ലേ ജിമ്മിക്ക് വെള്ളം കൊടുക്കണ്ട വെള്ളം വയ്യാത്തോണ്ട് മാത്രം നിനക്ക് വെള്ളം തരാം. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you are either a naysayer or a commie. We are good citizens. We have been paying our taxes regularly, so yeah, sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we never mind the government people are coming, we should keep news of them. Yeah, Mary Jane വയ്യാത്തോണ്ട് മാത്രം നമ്മൾ വെള്ളം കൊടുത്തു. How is Mary Jane? We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldiers will be there. Boringos was very specific about his help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions that keep our radio in working order. Dolores has been eaten. Dolores did not survive without water any long. If we couldn't cure emergency, who knows what will happen. Emergency is no longer thirsty. But Timmy is in terrible shape now. We need to give him water now. Timmy is hungry as well. Timmykum, Mummykum, the Dolores hungry and sick kind of food. I wish Ted is coming with food. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out of leave, walk the surface to smell the fumes and pollution, or that scent of freedom we miss? അസുഖമായിട്ടാണ് വന്നത്. മേരി ജെയിൻ സിക്കാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Mary Jane's condition isn't getting better today. Dolores no longer thirsty and Dimmy is no longer hungry. Ration the food and supplies. വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അവസാനമാണ്. സിക്കാണ്ട് ഫുഡ് മാത്രം കൊടുക്കാം. Let's do something fun today. If we don't snap, and that's the last thing we want. Radio day 15. Okay. If if you put a seashell to your ears, you could hear the ocean. We discovered if you put our ears next to the radio, we could hear static. And it's almost like an ocean. Who needs seashells anymore? Marian is still rather sick. He is very thirsty and he has to drink something. Life is hard for all of us right now. But Dolores is in a good mood. We hope she says in there. Good to me is good. At least he was 5 minutes ago. Ration supplies. Sick and thirsty. Food ring. There's thinking would never hear a telephone signal. Suddenly the phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it was the phone booth across the sea. Should someone go answer it? No. I answer it. No. Ted It's way to ring the restaurant. Just randomly run to the ringing phone in the middle of the radioactive ghost town. We are not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying for all of us. Dolores has to drink something. Dolores would really love to eat. Mary Jane's all well now. Mary Jane's no longer thirsty. How about getting Timmy something? He's not looking well. Well, yeah, food well. Okay, a woman came with the crate. She claims she's a camel. Provide that camel. Leaves the animals carrying a pack of goods for trade. We do need vellam, so we. നമുക്ക് തോക്കില്ലല്ലോ ബുള്ളറ്റ് എത്ര വെള്ളം വേണം എന്നിട്ട് ഇവരെ തന്ത വരാത്തേ well exchange goods is with the trader and she went her way. Before she left, she insisted that should listen to the radio broadcast if we ever want to get out of the shelter and find safer place to be. Dolores no longer had not survive without water anymore. Timmy's in trouble with water right now. വെള്ളം കൊണ്ട് വെള്ളം എടുത്തെന്ന് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഡീഹൈഡ്രേറ്റ് ഇത് മതി. There isn't a lot of space here and we can smell everything. Well, one of the wall got loosened today and revealed a hole. We felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source to the stretch? No. Oh, തന്നെത്തി വെള്ളം കൊണ്ടുവരണേ ഒരു 2 കുപ്പി വെള്ളമാണ് കൊണ്ടുവന്നത്. Okay. Oh, ഇട്ടുത്തിണ്ടെന്ന്. We decided to ignore the whole stretch and anything that might happen because of it. We had taken enough risk already. We ended up feeling a bit unwell, and later on we heard something moving in the hole. A few hours later, that smell was gone. Ted has safely returned from his voyage on surface. He set off an expedition to the nearby zoo. We visited the nearby zoo we used to visit on weekends. We are happy to report that it is productively supply run as well as expeditions. We saw petrodactyl whales, chimpanzees, a porcupine, a small army of cockroaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. The marine life selection has collapsed, turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo filled with creatures like piranhas and sea peonies. In half destroyed aquarium control room, we found an emerging cupboard with some supplies. We made out of the African section and admired an atomic okapi. Okapi? What's okapi? We are not sure if it's mutated or not. It already looked weird as hell before. We scared off. A group of them found something stashed at the back of the enclosure. Don't know, Ted is really tired. Everyone needs just to drink something, including Mary Jane. There are any water left? Mary Jane is going to miss no longer. കൊണ്ടുവന്നോണ്ട് മാത്രം ഡൊളോറസിനൊന്നും വേണ്ട. തേഴ്സ്റ്റി ആൻഡ് സിക്ക്. ഇവിടെ എന്താ സുഖം പിടിക്കുന്ന വെച്ചാ? Scavenging in these conditions could result in radioactive sickness. There is no vegan current stage. One of the cupboard in the shelter was a bit stanky, so we pulled it out to give a new home. In the process, we inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is tired for a few days of rest needs. If he couldn't care what's happened, we no longer thirsty. Dolores is quite well, or she can't just find anything to complain today. Timmy seems okay. Current situation. Timmy sick. Dolores hungry and tired. Yeah. എക്സ്പെഡീഷൻ നാളെ പോകാം. 10 ദിവസം കൂടുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എക്സ്പെഡീഷൻ പോകും. നമുക്ക് ടിമ്മിനെ പറഞ്ഞിടാം. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service, and guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Mary Jane's condition isn't get any better today. Dolores will not last long without water. Thirsty, sick kind of food. And Timmy is going out today. Timmy will have a map. Timmy map കൊണ്ടുപോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ കിട്ടുമായിരിക്കല്ലേ? ടിമ്മി വരുമ്പോൾ ടിമ്മിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയുള്ളതാണ് വരുന്നത്. ഈ പെണ്ണിന് ഞാൻ തീറ്റി കൊടുത്താണ് റെഡിയാക്കാൻ നോക്കുന്നത്. And we don't know what will do if he doesn't come back. Ted hasn't recovered his energy. Ted should drink something soon. Ted is hungry. Medicine's still rather sick. Water is what right now. Dolores could have some water. Water. Sick and thirsty. Dehydrated. Hungry. Yo. Hungry. What's fatigue? On our way back from the last expedition, we noticed some drawings on half-ruined wall. It was a crude map of our town, and one place marked Vortex. Maybe someone's secret startup too. Should we check it? I guess. Meg പൊട്ടട്ടെ. അവൾ അസുഖമുള്ള വെച്ചാണ്. എന്നാലും ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുവിടാം. അവൾ ചാവും. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉപയോഗമുണ്ടോ അവളെ കൊണ്ട്? Unfortunately, it was a prank. We did not find anything the marked spot, but at least we didn't run into any bad or something. Stung Jane conditions. No. Tired. shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army on the. They are telling us to get our flashlight ready to give signal to aircraft. വേണ്ട നമ്മൾ എയർക്രാഫ്റ്റിനൊന്നും സിഗ്നൽ കൊടുക്കണ്ട. അങ്ങനെ പിടിച്ചോണ്ട് പോയാലോ? പെണ്ണിന് പിന്നെ എന്തായി? പിന്നെ പിടിക്കാനുണ്ട്. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flight is cost, especially in this economy? Especially after it was wiped out. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is tired. A few days of rest he needs. Ted is pretty fatigued. If he couldn't cure medicine, what happens? Dolores insists. Starvation. Food. Yesterday during charades we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it has left Dolores thoroughly disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Jane a little. പഠിപ്പിക്കട്ടെ, കുറച്ച് പഠിക്കട്ടെ. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quietly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ended up tinkering with the random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest he needs. Ted isn't hungry anymore. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Mary Jane is rather sick. Everyone has to drink something, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Mary Jane's really tired. Dolores has to drink something. Dolores has putting a brave face, but she must be starving. Hungry. I don't have anything to eat, guys. Vellam tharam. I can only give you water. I am waiting for Timmy to come back. Timmy endelu kondonu ettudu. We should really use some more supplies. We are counting all of them today, and the number did not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they are relatively safe and could use whatever they have. No, അവിടെ പോണ്ട. Timmy വരും. Timmy വന്നില്ല. Robbing innocent? Absolutely not. We are not scavengers. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values even in these troubled times, especially in these troubled times. Share, food. രണ്ടുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Let's set a shiny example and leave these poor people alone. Dolores has been putting a brave face, but she must be starving. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Ted is still tired. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Medina's sick. Seems sleepy all times. She has no energy. No longer thirsty. ഒന്നുമില്ല മക്കളെ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരാൻ. We thought phone calls were a thing in the past. After the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town, however, a small booth of our city survives bombing somehow. It seems like it's ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. Venda. Please, Timmy on the yeah, Timmy's gonna clutch everything. You, Timmy, indri call me. Okay. It was too dangerous, just randomly running to a ringing phone in the middle of the radioactive ghost town. We are not taking any chances. It took a while before it stopped ringing. It was pretty annoying for all of us. We were so afraid, Timmy, but he came back with the ASUS safe with us. During the expedition, stumbled around across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of a local museum. Normally we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times called for desperate measures. We jumped over the turnstile without looking back. In the front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. Our guess is it was blown out of the market. Dolores has been putting a brave face in the starving. Day tired. Medicine looks tired. മക്കളെ എനിക്ക് തിന്നാനൊന്നുമില്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വെള്ളം ഞാൻ തരാം. എല്ലാവരും വെള്ളം കുടിക്കും. എക്സ്പെഡീഷന് വേണം. ഇല്ല, അങ്ങനെ കൊടുക്കാനൊന്നുമില്ല എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we were not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We managed without whatever junk is in the mysterious bag. Dolores has been putting away from the starving. എല്ലാവരും starving ആണ്. Starvation കൊടുത്താൽ Dolores പോയിട്ട് വാ. Dolores empty hand ആയിട്ട് പോട്ടോ. Until anything to eat. Yeah, they left for the surface. We hope he's come back soon. If he didn't cure me soon, what happens to me? Diet need food today or never. Don't say he's starving. എനിക്ക് വെള്ളം തരാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്കുള്ളൂ. മേരിജൻ മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചോ. But it seems like they'll. We thought it would be a good idea to watch sooner or later, rather than later as planned. Torch പോവുമായിരിക്കും. പട്ടിയാണോ? തന്തയൊന്നുമില്ല ഇതുവരെയായിട്ട്. We decided to check what's coming out for us. Rush. Guess what? It was a dog reporting size. We let it stay with us for a night. The next morning we opened, let outside. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully he'll come back. അയ്യോ, ഇവർക്കൊന്നും വെള്ളമില്ല. ബോർഡ് ഗെയിംസ് കളിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. Forgot about what was. She is now last tomorrow. Then I will. Rush to the dog eater tremendous. We identified the houses on and Caesar continuously way while the other were skipping and pretending to be a rider. The കൊടുത്തതിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും കിട്ടുമോ? ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ചത്തുപോകും. ഉള്ള മാപ്പ് പോയി കാണും. ഇല്ല നമുക്ക് പോയില്ല. എന്തെങ്കിലും തന്നാടാ പിള്ളേർ. ഒരു പൂട്ട് തന്നു. എനിക്ക് പൂട്ടല്ലെങ്കിൽ തിന്നാ. They tanked us, offered us some sacrifice. ഒന്നും ഇല്ലടാ എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments and close the quarters doesn't help. We were chatting and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's hope so nice. Timmy is gonna go, I guess. Timmy bole. Timmy is sick now. We were done fighting. How long the assassin's strength to eat to assassin agents. So first daily run and tala attu but flash stop working. We were lucky to get fixed. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ തോറ്റിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Regine keeps on feeding. നമ്മളങ്ങനെ 33 ദിവസം നിന്ന് നോർമൽ റൗണ്ടിൽ, നോർമൽ അല്ല ഈസി മോഡിൽ. ലെറ്റ്സ് ട്രൈ വൺ മോർ വിത്ത് ദ നോർമൽ റൗണ്ട്സ്. Fat man. ഈ ഭർത്താവിനെയും കുഞ്ഞിനെയും കൊണ്ടാ തമ്മേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഭർത്താവ് 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 ഇങ്ങോട്ട് സമയമില്ല. എല്ലാം ബി ഏബിൾ ടു മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ്. പെൺപിള്ളി വാങ്ങിക്കോട്ടെ. ഉള്ള സാധനം വെച്ച് നമുക്ക് പോവാം. ഒരു ഗ്യാസ് മാസ്ക് വെച്ചേക്കണേ. അത് ഞാൻ ഗ്യാസ് മാസ്ക് എടുത്തില്ല. അയ്യോ സപ്ലൈസ് ഒന്നും കുറവാണ് ഈ പ്രാവശ്യം. ഓക്കെ, all of us meet in a second for the bus. The person also together we make her around. Remember hearing cancers help over the challenges. Okay, ഒരു ബുള്ളറ്റ് മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ട്. ഈ സ്ലീപ്പൻ ക്യാൻസർ അവസരം അത് വായിച്ചു തന്നെയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, റേഷൻ ആ സപ്ലൈസസ് ഒന്നും കൊടുക്കണ്ട. 2010 ഇപ്രാവശ്യം ഒരു 15 ഇറങ്ങിയിടാം. We played hide and seek. The longer the rounds we were able to play last around 10 seconds, and it was only because of the lights went out for a moment. Dollar is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain. That is fine. Impressive, Mary Jane, handling the situation despite of enduring circumstances and the trouble we are going through. Timmy is very brave. Tries to reach the place. But the smell of everything, one of the we decide to ignore the whole risky already feeling on to unwell moving in the okay. ഈ അപ്പോൾ ട്രിപ്പിംഗ് ഒന്നും ചെയ്യണ്ട. മേരി ജെയിൻസ് മ്യൂട്ടൻറ്റ്. ഇനി എനിക്ക് മേരി ജെയിനെ മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞു വിട്ടാൽ മതി. പുറത്ത് ഞാൻ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് മേരിയുടെ മ്യൂട്ടൻ്റ്. We couldn't figure what simply a regular piece of we been feeling a bit funny today, probably no connection to the roads whatsoever. What the hell, Mary Jane went to the bed her normal self, and now she's mutated. Oh, Mary Jane, what happened to you? Dolores will not survive without any water. No, Timmy is terrible. Give some water. Mary Jane's out of the way. Dehydration. Here's Mary Jane's Mary Jane. Yeah, expert. Ini Mary Jane parayada. Expedition. Mary Jane, you are gonna go outside. You are my asset. Always new books were precious. They were perfect weapon to bagging total war. Insectoids. Insectoids. Oh, again. It was totally in line. Fear of this course. Scoutbook handle. While crashing them around the shelter, we misplaced a water bottle. That was a good hunt. Dolores ration വേണ്ട. ഒന്നുമില്ല കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പുറത്ത്. Maybe when the hope she's Timmy is very hungry. Oh, she stay this way. There isn't going with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Ration supplies. Ted, Dolores, Timmy hungry. Hungry, starvation. We stumble upon a signal in കേട്ടാലും മറ്റേ കനേഡിയൻസ് ആണെന്ന് പറയുന്ന സംഭവം. ഓക്കെ കനേഡിയൻസ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ ടിമ്മീസ് we need this rationer. It is not easy to be claimed in these circumstances. Hopefully else we might need to act like moves. Dolores, sorry, Meg. We are trying our best to remain calm. These situations where is far from normal and we might never get used to it. Oh, we hope to the help come soon. Confined spaces are not very friendly environment and we quickly got into an argument or something. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in nasty places. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഇത് മറ്റേ തെണ്ടിയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ അവൻ സോക്സും പിടിച്ചോണ്ട് നിൽക്കുമോ? ഇല്ല, രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടു. Where is Mary Jane? Megan, Mary Jane. We are done fighting for how long? Dollars? Thought I knew longer. Bigly slim. A few more hours of coughing will get used to it. Our ventilation has halted and no fresh air seems to circulate through the shelter. We have to fix it before they suffocate like rats trapped in. Before using the handbook to research vent maintenance seems like a fair idea. We figured it was full of pointers on how to fix things. It must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration system. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out of the cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fuel. Nothing made us happier to see the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter. Burr, burr, you're good. Move. Burr, put. ഒരു ബഗ് സ്പ്രേ കിട്ടി, 2 വെള്ളം കൊണ്ടുവന്നു. ഡൊളോറസ് ഈ വെള്ളം ഫുഡും കഴിച്ച് കുറച്ച് ദിവസം നിൽക്കും. Out of mind. Dead and stipulator. Charades is serious business. We would never suspect the game to be this valued. Was no longer Ted could not guess any of Timmy's comic characters' names, and which caused Timmy to mime and gesture more and more widely. His failing up knocked into a few of things of the. Oh my god, medkit poi. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores ni endale vellam food koduthe. It trip ആരെ പറഞ്ഞു വിടും? ടിമ്മി നീ എല്ലാം നശിപ്പിച്ചല്ലോ, നീ പുറത്തു പോ. കുറച്ച് ദിവസം കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അവൻ തന്നെ അസുഖം പിടിച്ചോണ്ട് വരിക, അതാണ് പ്രശ്നം. ഇങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ്. Timmy went out of the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Well, looks very weak if he doesn't find anything to eat. We just need to wait for the sessions with Nora. We can't just sit around here. We know very little thing about what's going outside. It would be a good idea to find more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it safely. We could use the radio for this. Okay. Dolores, please. Okay. 4 ദിവസം ഫുഡ് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഡോളറസ് റെഡിയായി. We were able to get a weak signal, tap into government news services, and guess what? Great news all out. You want to see? This is made it into a very സംസാരിച്ചു നോക്കി. മേടിച്ച് തിന്നാനൊന്നും പോകുന്നില്ല. മേടിച്ച് ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോയോ? But just couldn't get in the scene, but she seems well. Left this. He's okay, he's sunny. But she's not to be fun. അയ്യോ, ഞാൻ വിളിക്കാം. അവളെപ്പോൾ സംസാരിക്കാൻ നോക്കണ്ടായിരുന്നേ. ഞാൻ അവളെ പറഞ്ഞു വിടാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചത് സംസാരിക്കാൻ. പോ, നീ എന്തായാലും അസുഖം പിടിച്ചിരിക്കരുത്. നീ പോടാ. പോയാ കാളറ്റുണ്ടി. ടിമ്മി ഈസ് ബാക്ക്. ടിമ്മി എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊണ്ടുവന്നോടാ? So therefore we could read from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Value. We had started exchanging information. Something must have gone wrong on their side, and Timmy came back from the eastern. അയ്യോ, ഒന്നും കൊണ്ടുവന്നില്ല. ഇതാ ചെറുക്കാൻ നീ കൊണ്ടുവരുമെന്നും പറഞ്ഞാണ് നിന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു വിട്ടത്. നീയാണെങ്കിലോ it seems like years of sickness. 4 ദിവസം ഫുഡ് കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ നന്നാക്കിയ ഡോളറസ് ഒക്കെ വെറുതെ അസുഖം പിടിച്ച് കിടക്കുന്നു. and you got it. ടയർ എനിക്ക് മരുന്നില്ല. Memories or not, we need to keep our heads clear and get a grip of reality ahead of us. Dolores' health is not improved. Mrs. Extra brain is shivering. എന്നാൽ നോക്കാം, നമ്മളതിലൊന്നും ഇല്ലാതെ കുറച്ച് വെള്ളമുണ്ട്, എന്നാൽ വെള്ളം കൂടെ കൊണ്ടുപോകും. പോടാ ഒന്നുമില്ലെന്ന് മനസ്സിലേക്ക് ഒന്ന് കൊണ്ടു. എന്തൊക്കെയോ പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്. റേഡിയോയും ലോക്കും പോയി. അയ്യോ, അവർക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊടുത്തെങ്കിൽ അവർ അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് എന്തെങ്കിലും തന്നിട്ട് പോലും പോയ പോയിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു തന്നെ. തന്തപ്പൊടി എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? പുഡിൻ contain our laughter and offense. Contain instructions is perfect time to read material for learning. Who would have anticipated reading those sentences to നീ ഇപ്രാവശ്യം കഴിച്ചോ? ഒന്നുമില്ല. classes. ഒന്നും ഇല്ലടാ എൻ്റെ തരാൻ. ടിമ്മി നീ ഓടിപ്പോ നീ ഓടിപ്പോ. കെട്ടിയോൻ വരാൻ സമയമില്ല നിന്റെ ഡൊളോറസേ. until the incident. എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ അടിച്ചു മാറ്റി കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ കിളവൻ വന്നൊരു മാപ്പെങ്കിലും കൊണ്ടുവന്നോ? ഒരു കുപ്പസോഡ് കുഞ്ഞും അയച്ചില്ല, പെണ്ണുകൂടെ അയച്ചില്ല. നീ അത്ര അയച്ചില്ല. എക്സ്പെഡീഷന് പറഞ്ഞു വിടാൻ സമയമായി. ബഗ് സ്പ്രേ അടിച്ചതാവാം. bug spray ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. Finally, good use of the bug spray brought down smell. Better than we do. falling asleep in his chair. He needs to rest. You are no longer hungry. Everybody is രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടോ അസുഖത്തിൽ നിന്ന്. Dolores is ready. മാപ്പും കൊടുത്തിടാൻ ഉണ്ടാവും എന്തോ. We dodged a bullet, and this time that is if the bullet was huge, hairy, had a glowing head of Ponda. Going out on the eastern after dark fall. No way, the sound rescue the telescope may be over. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do open day and they didn't get it. അസുഖം കൊണ്ട് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കിട്ടുന്നത്. അങ്ങേര് വെള്ളം എടുത്ത് കുടിച്ചാണ്. ടെഡി പഞ്ചാബ് ടെഡി ചാവല്ലേ. Dolores soup കൊണ്ടുവന്ന്. Dolores seen. Dolores clutched it, I guess. Never seen. Running with the operations in it difficult than ever, and he's a number. One തോക്ക് ഇട്ടാ വന്നേ. ഒരു റേഡിയോ കുറച്ച് ഇല്ല ഉണ്ടല്ലോ അവള്. ബഗ് സ്പ്രേ ഉണ്ടോ പൊന്നോ. തുടക്കത്തിൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന അവസ്ഥയായി. ഫുഡ് എല്ലാവരും ഫുഡ് വെച്ചോ. എക്സ്പെഡീഷൻ ഇടാം. യോ വേണ്ട. What's the writing to do? What the Dolores hasn't eaten for a while. എന്നാലേ നമുക്ക് ഫുഡ് കൊടുത്തേ. യോ Timmy should go outside. എന്തേ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. എൻ്റെ ഒരു വൈക്കുള്ളതല്ല. നമുക്ക് 50 ദിവസം പിടിച്ചിരിക്കണം ഗൈസ്. 50 ദിവസം പിടിച്ച് പോകുന്നത്. Timmy went to outside. We didn't know what to do. He doesn't come back. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores need to more നമുക്ക് തോക്കടിച്ച് വരട്ടാം. തോക്ക് പൊട്ടല്ലേ. വരട്ടെന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. So say too bad for that hairy mutant. Yes, we are still top on the food chain. Good for us. Dolores really love to eat something still. Mission supplies. Food. Dehydration. So we were able to put out the fire at least. We are sorry to explain the Dolores ni chao സംസാരിച്ചോണ്ട് ചാവല്ലേ She's better now. Dolores will not survive without water anymore. It's dehydrated ആണോ ഇതിൻ്റെ വെള്ളമില്ല ഡൊളോറസ് നീ ചാവരുത് ടിമ്മി 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 ചത്ത് ഇവനാവും അച്ഛനും മോനോടെ ജീവിക്കാനായെങ്കിലും ഒരു ദിവസം മുമ്പ് എനിക്ക് although the girls were we were affected in the situation for the fishing water unfortunately none of it's fed no longer തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞോളാം ഡേ 40 40 ദിവസം കൂടെ കിടന്നു ഇനി 10 ദിവസം കൂടെ നിന്നാൽ മതി You preferred apple juice right now. What's actually fatigue? Expedition. Me sick. റേഡിയോ പോയിട്ടുണ്ട് right now 42 ഇനി 8 ദിവസം നമ്മൾ പിടിച്ചേക്കും എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ rest for a few days. Try to join Ultragear, but he refused. I just want surprise. He said, "Venda, നമുക്ക് ആ സീക്രട്ട് അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ വേണ്ട." എന്താ ശബ്ദം? As a rule, we doesn't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially who attempts treason. We told him to go back to whatever planet he dropped off to Earth from. He got stormed off, mumbling something. Sound നോക്കണ്ട നോക്കണ്ട. Going into a tight, dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially when noise is coming from. This lady hungry to me looks very full. Food, water. Voice card book is voice card book. It was hard to turn down because the moment seemed to present right off the schematic. Some weird gun. We turned that down to. It's not like we have it surrounding you. Bug spray നമുക്ക് വേണ്ട. In my back this is he uttered something fantasy about how dangerous the area is if he doesn't do it to me signal. Food development. This is right, what's inside. തന്തേത്തി തന്ത ബൊട്ടിക്കാനോ ഒരു കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് 2 ടൊമാറ്റോ സൂപ്പ് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് പിന്നെ 2 വെള്ളം കൊണ്ടുവന്നു 2 ഉള്ളൊക്കെ കൊണ്ടുവന്നു ടേം 2 ക്ലച്ച് ചെയ്തല്ലോ എന്താ കൂടുതലുള്ള ഒരു കുപ്പി വെള്ളം പോയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ കുഴപ്പമില്ല എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉപയോഗം ഉണ്ടാവണം അവനെ കൊണ്ട് it should be done about death sickness. പാട്ട് പാടി കൊടുക്കാം They lowered down their weapons and cried a few tears, surprisingly by the beautiful music they let us live today. That's so much. Surface before. Guys. We went out into the west side. We couldn't know what to do. Stuff. ഫുഡും വെള്ളമെല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് In the back started to wildly shake, emitting screeching hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up and so and finally it turns out to be an angry house cat. The feeling gave us menacingly look, prompting sat down the corner and cleaned itself. The caller said Sherikov. It's an is that it's new? നമ്മൾ 65 ദിവസം പിടിച്ചേക്കോ തിമ്മിക്കുട്ടതായിട്ട് വന്നില്ല ഓക്കെ able to fetch some water. Oh yeah. വെള്ളം കുടിച്ചോ ഫ്ലാഷ് ലൈറ്റ് വേണ്ട ഫ്ലാഷ് ലൈറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞ ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ഫ്ലാഷ് ലൈറ്റ് പോയത് Must to wait besides the flashlight wait once. Lock. Oh, lock boy. I would stop then, but it turns out to be enough to discourage the attackers. It seems like they gave the world back in a fair and should, but unfortunately gave up and left. Too bad the bad luck is not shape to use. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits and other super hungry barbarians. The second standard is where is it? Our new dear friendly valuable in addition to our bunker. She uses spill of virus. Patch of cat growling. Oh, രണ്ട് സൂപ്പ് കൊണ്ടുവന്നു. We heard we weren't going to share any soup with it. Sherlock made a scene, meowing hungrily and shooting before drawing its teeth and claws. We managed to defend our surprise now. We were afraid for Timmy's, but he came back from the wasteland and safe now with us. New mutated friend kept his word. He brought a few friends along a bit during event and trip more specifically so the museum canteen offers saw some strange on our way back from the expedition, a chain of lights and the horizon pulsing and flashing in a chaotic manner. It didn't make much sense to us at that time, but when we discussed it, the shelter Timmy said it might be a secret scouting signal. He would need to check the signals. Timmy, don't be sick. Thought we haven't seen Timmy this excited in a long time. He decoded the flashlight and is out indeed, which means some of his friends are still around and kicking. Unless a few bandits found a scout book lying around and they are now trying to look innocent children in return. Timmy wants to prepare a coded message and try to transmit it. So ഒന്നും കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ല. Dad left the surface. Hope he'll come back soon. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He's shivering all the time. Shivering ആയതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രം നിൽക്കാൻ സൂപ്പ്. എല്ലാം തരാം. ഷോർട്ട് മെസ്സേജ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ 60 ദിവസം നിന്ന് 15 ദിവസം അവിടെ നിന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ സെറ്റ്. Timmy went outside and climbed the highest point he could finally find, and in which our situation turned out to be a fallen over truck with the 2 more cars stacked on top of it. Probably not the safest place to be, but he managed to transmit a message successfully and return safely. Now we wait. Also, the bunker walls aren't just big enough for rats. Now we can fit a cat. We noticed that Sharako has been sneaking out every other night, coming back in the morning. Maybe he was no. Okay, no. Fresh and fragile, following its own private excursion might break its stress. We want to feel safe and welcoming in our shelter, plus it's keep coming on back clearly. It can take care of itself. There's nothing to worry about. Jimmy looks very There's nothing more surprising than a knock on no. ഇവിടെ ഇല്ല. Banging after a while, whoever was behind the door left. No idea who it is. Timmy needs next to me. Food വെള്ളം കൊടുക്കാം അച്ഛന്. Signal would even supposed to be out in the open, signaling into the flashlight. വേണ്ട, ഫ്ലാഷ് ലൈറ്റ് നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യം വരും. 65-ാം തീയതി ആയിരിക്കും അച്ഛൻ വരുന്നത്. അച്ഛൻ വരുന്നൊരു തീറ്റയും വെള്ളം കൊടുത്ത് ഇവനെ പിടിച്ചുവിടെ നിർത്തുക. എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഇൻ ദിസ് എക്കണോമീസ്. ഡ്യൂറിങ് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ദിസ് 3 last night, Sharko ran into the wall, causing a brick to fall out behind. It was a cigar box with some ammunition inside, thanks to whoever left it. A scientist at least supposedly arrived on our doorstep yelling, "Dr. Sharkov, are you there?" He was looking for the lost cat but keep referring to which apparently can't go without cooperation of Dr. Sharkov. Since the cat doesn't seem keen moving out of the bunker, the doc wants us to compensate by helping him this project. In this circumstance, it might not be a worse idea to befriend others from Paste and others, even the bad shit crazy ones. Chappu. Ted has been outside for far too long and still has not returned. We feared he is incoming by. Timmy needs an extra band. He is sleeping all the time. Timmy is a bit of a crazy, but few more days he could be crazy. 63 ദിവസം നിന്ന് അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പം ഈ ആഴ്ചത്തെ 62nd സാറ്റർഡേ അല്ല സൺഡേ കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇനി നമ്മൾ അടുത്ത 62nd സൺഡേ വരെ നമ്മൾ ഈ 62nd കളിക്കുന്നത് ആയിരിക്കില്ല. എക്സിറ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ ലെറ്റ്സ് സീ നൈറ്റിൽ നമുക്ക് ഗെയിം കളിക്കാം. സോ സീ യു ഗൈസ് ടിൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ലൈവ്. ബൈ ബൈ.